How could this bullpen get any worse?
This ball is out of here.
Hello folks, today we'll be talking about the Phillies bullpen predictions this upcoming year. It ain't gonna be pretty at all. Not gonna be pretty at all. Alright, let's start it off by going with at number one for my closer will be Archie Bradley. Now Archie Bradley was signed by the Phillies this past offseason for 1 year and $6 million. Now last season he started with the Diamondbacks, then got traded to the Reds. He didn't play many games despite having a 2.95 ERA and having a 2-0 record with a 1.01 WHIP for that. But since 2017, he's had great stats. He's been great at his ERA, WHIP, all of that. So, and the Phillies paid him money, so I believe you don't pay a guy that kind of money of $6 million for a relief pitcher to not be your closer. So I think he'll be our closer for this season, and he's going to do very well. I believe in him. All right, number two I have is Jose Alvarado. Now, Jose Alvarado was traded to the Phillies this past season from the Rays in exchange for a prospect of, I believe, Garrett Clevenger, maybe it might be him or something like that, but it was him that got traded. But we got Jose Alvarado in that, and the thing about Jose Alvarado is from the last 2 years he's been inconsistent and also had bad injuries. But from 2017 and 2018 were great. 2018 was his best year with a 2.39 ERA and a 1.11 WHIP, and averaged and had 11.3 strikeouts per 9 innings. So he's averaged about 1 strikeout per inning he's pitched. Now I think he can be very good with our new Phillies new pitching coach, with the Phillies new pitching coach Caleb Cotham. I think he could be very good with Jose Alvarado, with getting up to that speed of consistent of 98 to 99 pitches of like every time of this speed. And I think I think Caleb could fix Jose's mechanics and get him back into solid form. I think Jose will do solid for us in the bullpen this year and be reliable for us. At number three, I have Hector Neris. Now, Hector Neris has been up and down in his career with the Phillies. We've had good moments and we've had garbage moments. He was not good last year at all, but he was great in 2019 with a 2.93 ERA and with a 1.02 WHIP, and with his career average, he's had a 3.38 ERA with a 1.20 WHIP. So he's been inconsistent, but the stats show he's good. Like, he's had great career numbers, and 2019 was great. Now he just needs the consistency more, which will, again with the Phillies pitching coach Caleb, if Caleb can fix Hector's consistency, if he can get more consistent, I think he will get better. Hector will. Again, if this is for Hector's year of doing very well for us, but I think Hector can pull it off for us in those innings where we need him. But I think he will be the backup, or the second backup of the closing, or he will go be the 7th or 8th inning pitcher of when we take our starter. But I think he could do pretty good for us with Caleb. I think Caleb will help him a lot. All right. Number 4, I have Brandon Kintzler. Now, Brandon Kintzler, the Phillies signed him by doing a roster invite this past offseason for him to come spring training. And he had a 2.22 ERA with a 1.315 WHIP and he was tied for 4th in saves last year in the MLB, which is pretty good. Along with his career, with is a 3.31 ERA and a 1.250 WHIP. So he has great numbers and statistics in the bullpen, and I think he can be a very solid guy for us. Now, with Brandon, I think he got the reason he came to the Phillies was because of Bryce Harper, because Bryce Harper recruited him to come to a winning team that can actually do well for us. So Brandon believes us. Phillies fans believe in us. Phillies, just do your job, please. But I feel like Brandon will do well for us. I think he could be the 8th. I think he could be above Hector Neris a lot. I think he could. I think also Brandon will compete for the closing position too. If Archie Bradley's not doing well, or Jose or Hector, I think Brandon could do very well for us and be solid for us, like a 8th inning pitcher for us. All right, number 5, I have Tony Watson. Now the Phillies got him from the Giants this offseason, and he had a 2.50 ERA with a 0.889 WHIP last season. That is great numbers for a relief pitcher, which we did not have in the bullpen because we had the worst bullpen in the MLB last year. But and is also with his career, he's had a 2.80 ERA with a 1.090 WHIP. So he's a very good relief pitcher, and that can help us in the bullpen a lot. So with Brandon and Tony Watson we just got in the offseason, I think those two guys could be pretty good for us. I think they could do very helpful for us in the bullpen and not blow games for us and give up a lot of runs. All right, number 6 I have is Connor Brogdon. Now Connor Brogdon, he's playing in the minors most of his career, but got called up last season. He did horrible in August when he came out of his beginning, but showed promise in September, and I think he will get better with Caleb Cotham as helping him, since Caleb worked with Trevor Bauer and Castillo last year. I think Connor could do pretty good for us, but again, it's all about if he can get consistency and be good. He needs a lot of work. He's a project, still needs more work to do, more development. But if he gets, I feel like Caleb will get him up there for that spot. All right, number 7 I have is Vince Velasquez. Now Vince, he was a starting pitcher for most of his career with the Phillies, and then got benched last year. He got benched last year since he was doing pretty bad and wasn't very good. The only time Vince was ever good was when he beat the Mets. Feels good just to beat the Mets. That's pretty good. Okay, back to it. Let's see here. He did well against the Yanks this past few days in spring training. He did pretty good with a scoreless inning, going 2 innings for no hits or runs. He's not had a good career with a 4.72 ERA and a 1.376 WHIP. I don't see much of him going on the mound that much since we just brought all these new guys in from this offseason for pitching. I don't see Vince getting much. I could see him getting traded from the Phillies train him. I could see that happening, or he can get demoted back to the minors. I don't think he will do at all much of anything. I don't think he could do much for helping the Phillies. Because we've tried to get the most out of him, and all we did was just beat the Mets. There's nothing much he can do, very much, unless we play the Mets. But I don't think Vince will do it. All right, now my last one is at number 8. I have is Jojo Romero. He was terrible last year. With a 7.59 ERA. He was only productive for 4 games last year, but not impressive. He was not impressive at all. The only thing he was good at was smashing a Red Bull when he was ready just to come out of the thing. Like, he smashed it, ready, and then he'd go. That was the only thing he was good for. But, like, again, of recapping of this bullpen, the good parts of this bullpen is our closer, Archie Bradley. I think he can do good. Jose Alvarado can do good. Hector Neris, he needs more consistency. Brendan Kinsler and Cody Watson, I think those are solid guys for us. I think they could do pretty well for us. And 6, 7, and 8, I don't think they will do like great for us. I think they will do terrible for us. But yeah. But let me hear your thoughts about the Phillies bullpen predictions of where you would rank of where you think I was high or low with my players of ranking. Do you think I underrated some players, like I left out like Spencer Howard? But like with me of Spencer Howard, I think he won't be in the bullpen. I think he can be a starter, but I think he'll be more in like Lehigh Valley, just developing more like him. But like, let me hear your thoughts about him, of the list, and who do you think will make the bullpen roster and who do you think won't. And so, let's hope the Phillies bullpen can actually do squat. I hope so, but it's probably not going to happen. I just hope they can do stuff, because they cost the Phillies about 13 games last year, and that was pretty annoying when we had great pitching and we had great hitting last year, and then we just blow in the bullpen. We blew it so many times with the bullpen. We didn't have a closer, we didn't have a pitcher of a relief in the bullpen. If the bullpen could just be average, you don't have to be the best, just be average Major League Baseball bullpen. Please, please, just do your job, bullpen, please. And if you do your job, the hitting and starting rotation will do theirs, and we can make the playoffs. Just don't mess it up, bullpen, please.